Hello everyone and welcome to VR Master League here in the EU Cycle 1 Challenger Cup. In this Challenger Cup for North America.
And I'm excited to see these matches. I'm excited to start off this Challenger Cup.
If you're not sure what we're getting into today, you're not prepared.
This is the most hype moment of Season 3 so far.
Tihi here, which is been a team for a while. I mentioned it earlier on in the first match, and that is an immediate goal.
Penalty on the cameras. Go Gators! And of course, Sir Dibwe right by my side, and let's go.
Yeah, and real quick. Oh my God, are you serious?
Well, guess what? We went.
2 seconds.
Blink and you'll miss it. So that's going to be an immediate return as well.
That another interception by Blank, and they're their first.
Oh, nice save.
Rusty Robots, all they have to do is run down the clock. Now Beach Player with another opportunity to seal the game here.
Fortunately, just a little fumble, and now passing to Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth to the backboard, slapping it in.
To Twang Pants here, going to try and get faster J for Jack under the goal, going to get the dunk.
Going for a send potentially to the right shoulder. Does have teammates across the bubble. Might cross it in. That's going to be the pass. The finish from Area Knight. What a play.
Happen as I just say it there. Wolf there. Wide open shot going off that backboard. He's going to find that.
We're going to be saved by J for Jack now. Going to be taking that long shot. In fact, Grimy.
They still have time, 1 minute, not a lot of time, but they need to score this with a nice top pass onto BTS.
Aim, it's kind of just playing that time and just playing as cleanly as you can. Speaking of clean, the shot coming through for J for Jack.
Chuck not Norris right here, looking to get that one out, but Beach Player kind of fighting back and forth. It's going to be a one-on-one. The goalie here is going to be Celicoid finishing that one off for Rusty Robots.
Another interception and another again, so just good. Absolutely excellent positioning.
Having a lot of chaos. Nice offensive move by Ling.
Now Blank winning that disc straight back. Another strike from Strike.
Winner. Now it's interception by Wolf. It's going to get stopped by Chuck. Not Norris goes to 3-pointer available. We're going to go for the half court. It's going to bounce in. Nice shot by Chuck. This next point is going to be critical for each team. Which Beach Player with a 3-pointer opportunity going to stink it in.
Passing around, trying to bring in on the baked potato goalie, and just like that,
make its way to him as well. The cross pass coming through from Conrad. Another cross pass from Steffo.
There's no goalie there, so if they can win this race, which is just like that, Beach Player gonna be.
And now Caesar with the cross pass does not make it. Tries to compute negative with an amazing save.
But Grimy trying to take this one. They're going to go to Twang Pants. The cross pass quickly to Padish, putting it right into the top of the goal.
and they've got the stack first to get there. Another open 3-pointer, and it's in.
All doing nice pass onto Grumpy. Grumpy tries to juke out the player, gets one more pass onto the shield.
From Wrath, and will not be there. The first attempt or the second. Steel Sky in the hottest second. That is Molten Steel in the goal.
Steel Curtain strikes again. Moonface. Rusty Robots came very close to taking that third round as well. But we're going to get into the second round of this one between Anomaly. Oh my God, again. The same team. It's the same team.
Chuck is just going to look up high. Maybe a self-bounce trying for that, but instead a turnover, and maybe even. It's Caesar!
But the clear from Blank right there, going for the nice save by Bad Elmo.
Previously I'm Ding. Oh, what a setup. Oh, what a lesson. Oh, buddy. Double stun there. They've got some numbers here coming in. Link 1 setting up Chuck, not Norris.
They're adapting to Everest. They realize they're relying on these starts, but Steffo.
Send this one down. They're going to get down there first. Picked up there by Link 1. The stop. Steel Skydiver is ridiculous.
That is just nasty. Gotta do it again, though. Oh, he will. Steel Sky has gotten to a new level.
He was under pressure, sending it back. Saluna's the only one there. Saluna has Caesar up ahead, taking the shot. Is it going to be on? It is. 41 meters out from the other side of the tube. Chocolate a boost here. They're going to look for a dribble. No, let's just going to peel off. Sweet Tooth sending it across. What an interception by Saluna. She's lining up the shot. No way. No way.
This is Echo Arena.
up to Ninja Knight. Ninja Knight behind the goal, and Street Boo with the save, denying that one. So Street Boo really on full display.
Tortoise and Anubis to get themselves another 2 and stop what was 6 unanswered points from Dust Bunnies. There's that header, the 3-point header off the joust.
Hey, 1 minute left. The thing is that there is still a lot of time for at least a goal. Some Ducks moved through that mid lane. That was risky as anything. That said, briskly down the lane, Cosmo claiming back the 2.
Grumpy is going to stun out Franz. Tracks it down. All the way down towards the bubble. A good chain there. Andy with it. 2-on-1. Again, single shot. What a stop. He sends that one away, and Jail Graham's going to pick it up, turning it around here for Ethereal.
Back to Aiden. Aiden now sending it over, but vacant. Well, the Steel picking it off, and Breezebo trying to walk it up the floor here for some more offense. 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Phoenix really doing a great job of passing, working it along the baseline. Jason now on the baseline.
To Titan. Titan looking for that crossover. Oh, just a fake. Titan, the take. Oh, but not the make. A grab here from Grumpiest Broom. Can he do it again? No. Steel Sky, the heroic grab. And Steel Sky.
They're not letting this league get carried away. And they're applying the pressure into the zone of extinction as extinction gets the clear.
Oh, only that, the shot. Dazzling here. Off of
Good afternoon, Jackson Jills. I'm Monsieur Demouy, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In the second installment, we are going to cover offensive gel schemes. Offensive formations have 3 basic schemes: protect, neutral, and aggressive. In a protect scheme, the quarterback will typically stop at or around the crow's nest, and the first pass will typically be somewhere in the backfield. Common uses of this strategy are plays such as a chain breaker, where 3 players will set up in a triangle formation in the backfield for quick, short passes. A 4th player will generally set up somewhere in midfield for the out pass once the play progresses. The goal of the triangle is to bait the chain into chasing the passes and getting said chain broken up. The ideal scenario is that one of your players will end up holding 2 of their players in the backfield as your remaining 3 players begin pushing the disc up the field towards the attack zone at mid in an effective 3v2 advantage. The neutral scheme is likely one you are already intimately familiar with. In a neutral scheme, the quarterback typically allows their momentum to continue forward as the receivers push into the midfield. This brings the initial offensive attack directly to the zone at mid. The most common play in Echo Arena, the standard split, is a neutral offensive gel scheme. In this play, you typically send a receiver to each tube and one down center. The play is designed to allow the quarterback to first get a read on the opposing team's defensive coverage and then make a judgment call on what to do next. Finally, we have the aggressive scheme. You may actually be just as familiar with this strategy as the previous. Simply speaking, the aggressive offensive gel scheme is set up with the intent of getting the disc as deep into the opposing team's zone as quickly as possible. A relay is one of the more common versions of an aggressive scheme. Similar to a standard split, but the relay will instead pair 2 receivers together. The second receiver will launch with the first and pick up an extra boost in order to carry their momentum deep into the offensive zone. The idea is for the first receiver to relay the disc to that deep player as quickly as they can accurately. Another basic version of the scheme is a simple deep pass, sending your receivers all boosting into the offensive zone and hoping to sneak along pass past the defense. So what do you do with this information? When developing plays for your team, it is good to be sure that your playbook covers an array of strategic options. You may also find that your team is especially effective when operating under a specific scheme, but your opponent may discover that as well. At higher levels of play, Echo Arena is a game of chess, just like any other sport. Predicting, baiting, and responding to your opponent's strategic decisions are as important as making saves and scoring goals. Thus, understanding the fundamental principles behind these strategic decisions is as important as practicing your shot. But what do you think? Does your team use any plays that do or don't conform to these schemes? Do you completely disagree with what I had to say? Or maybe you have some ideas for future 3-minute meta. Please leave them all in the comments below. I will be reading through all of them, so feedback is greatly appreciated. But that's it for the second installment of 3-minute meta. In episode 3, we are going to cover defensive gel schemes. I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Mazi and I play for Ethereal.
Hey, my name is Shot. I play for Team Ethereal.
Hi, my name is C. Jason and I play for Ethereal.
Hi, my name is Jiggy and I play for Team Ethereal.
So my role in the team is, well, technically I'm the goalie, but I also do things like QB and play the back line. So I like to think of it as like I'm the big brain of the team. You know, sometimes I call the plays and I kind of guide them on offense and defense.
I like how we can have fun and be serious whenever we want to.
Are you saying we're a bunch of trollers, Jiggy?
Yep.
That's so toxic.
Hey, my name is Negative Zero, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Hey, my name's Chocolate, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Acorn, and I play on Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Sweet Tooth. I play on Team Anomaly.
Hello, my name is Fontac, and I play on Team Anomaly.
Heyo, my name is Big Butt, and I play on Anomaly.
Series against Anomaly.
As a team, I'm sure that we're all definitely excited to hopefully claim our spot back into Master Tier and show what we're made of.
I think that what separates from other teams is that we already had some pretty good chemistry going into starting, playing for the first time, and we don't get tilted very easily during the game.
North America this time around, coming back after yesterday. We had those awesome European matches, and now gonna see what NA has to offer. So for you guys joining us here, this is Cycle 2 of Season 3 of VR Master League here in Echo Arena. And what we mean by cycles, of course, is, at these master tiers, as we witness these master teams about to start soon. These teams playing kind of a round-robin format this season over the weeks. All the top 10 teams of both Europe and North America playing each other over the course of 5-week cycles, and then into a promotion kind of relegation system. So at the end of these cycles, they fight to come up and take control of Master if you're in the tier below in Diamond, and for the Master teams at the bottom trying to maintain their positioning. Reason I bring this up, especially relevant, because for those who tuned into venues last weekend, you might recognize one of these teams here in Anomaly, putting on a tremendous show and having some absolutely classic, instant classic type games in the Challengers Cup last week. And indeed, they prevailed along with Team Aurora to claim their spot in the Master Division. With that, I'm excited to see what they do coming up against Ethereal, returning from the last cycle into the Master Division. And on the cast today, well, you got me. I'm Palador. You got so much for subtlety on the cameras. And co-casting with me at the moment will be Doc Education. And we'll also have Sir Dimwee joining us a little bit later on. But Doc, how's it going? And how are you feeling as we get started in venues tonight?
So excited, Palador. As you mentioned, this is a fantastic matchup. We have Anomaly, played their way into the Master Division last weekend with an incredible fight. They were one of the top 2 teams in a brutal, just beautiful competition of 6, and they did it with a lot of speed, especially between the combination of Chocolate and Sweet Tooth. With their regrabs and their ability to move really fastly throughout the arena, and of course incredible teamwork and incredible defense. Now, Anomaly played Kangarillas earlier on this week, and they put up an absolutely beautiful showing. Push Kangos to 3 rounds, nearly won it in overtime, and they just really showed that they are here to stay, and they are looking to put their first win on the Master Tier in the books right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is basically their first test here on venues. You know, this week coming up against master caliber teams. We saw that once more in Europe as there's that ever so fast boost. We saw that yesterday with Blank, who in Cycle 1 was in the Diamond Division, and now coming up here in Cycle 2, claiming their spot in EU, as that shot does go for Sweet Tooth. That was a good game yesterday for sure, great showing, and we're looking forward to that here for Anomaly, who does score first, getting this kick started.
Wow, Anomaly scored first, but Ethereal coming out blazing as well. Won that neutral joust against Anomaly, but then it was Anomaly's stack that was blazing. So this is already an incredibly exciting and fast-moving game, as Anomaly's stack is moving quickly to put pressure on Ethereal right now.
And quick is right. Quick is the name of the game when it comes to Anomaly. One day, probably already, they'll get tired of me saying it, but you know what? Their stack is so fast. I mean, they're the ones who should be tired constantly, you would think. But in a blink of an eye, they just phase in and out of existence practically. For anyone not familiar with this team, you're going to see it here today.
Absolutely, as right there, Sweet Tooth and Chocolate come in from the side, but right there, it's saving it, a single shot. What a defensive save, pushing it to the left side. Mozzie moving through the tube. He's not got an angle. There's 2 defenders in sight, but he's got to bounce it off shield. Maybe he's going to have a pass to the other side. No, so it'll be a bit of a scramble here, Palador.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the scramble just goes side to side, end to end, it's going to be taken here by Acorn and Anomaly now. They've scored the first 2 goals. They're up 5.
Wow. Just as soon as you see the disc floating for that long, you know somebody's stack is going to get through, and in that case, it was Anomaly moving through, pushing, throwing each other off themselves. It's called regrabbing. If you're not an Echo Arena player, they basically just they throw themselves off each other to move quicker and quicker throughout the arena.
Absolutely, and then let's see if they can maneuver just through here. This defense playing aggressively. Coming up is Ethereal. Now, for those unaware of Ethereal there in venues and kind of tuning in here to Echo Arena and watching it, Ethereal is a team of just unbelievably talented players, strikers, defenders, all of the above. The thing is with the Master Division, as you will see this pass go off to single, look at that execution, and look at that execution from Sweet Tooth as well. That is going to be a rejection, and now they deep heave, and it's going to be the deep 3. Anomaly, they have suddenly just turned it up to 8 points on Ethereal.
Wow, just incredible passing by Ethereal, moving the disc in the bubble on their offensive end, getting a beautiful shot, but incredible save by Sweet Tooth, and then immediately turning it around, nearly a 3/4 court 3, but Sweet Tooth swooping in and immediately getting the 3. So Anomaly up by 8 as their stack stuns out blue player Chocolate getting the disc. So Anomaly just really working it right now.
You absolutely are. There it goes again. Will be see Jason being stunned, tapping it out here to single shot, recognizing in the lane. Mozzie has maybe a chance there. The stacks arriving, backboarding. What a hit from Graham. A cracking shot. They've got their first 2, Doc.
Yeah, using that backboard just to beautiful effect. He knew he didn't have enough time to get in position to maybe put a slam or put it in directly, so just using that backboard, beautiful work by JL Graham.
Absolutely. Ethereal, they really needed that because too much momentum in one way, too many goals in a row. I mean, despite the amount of time left, which there's a lot, once you start getting into that double-digit disadvantage territory, it's less about the actual points themselves. It becomes more so about the mental game and being able to still hold strong. So needed that score. Only a 2-goal differential here, 2 3s or a few 2s, but right back to Chocolate with the disc and the pass.
Sweet Tooth decides to back it out, -0, moving on Geo to Geo, decides to pass it up to Sweet Tooth. Bounce pass doesn't work, although Acorn now has the opportunity. It's almost going in, but saving it is Mozzie. Wow, that was close.
And a misgrab there perhaps, but Mozzie's still able to finally secure a clear. The stacks are already out of there, so Ethereal, they're no strangers to speed. They're no strangers to shot, and now they've got the 4 points total on the board. It's just cutting that lead in half. Anomaly's still up, but, I mean, look at that, halfway through this round, and we've got ourselves a game once again.
Absolutely. As you said, Palador, being down 8, nearly down 10, that's huge. But now Ethereal's on the game, got 4 points unanswered, and they are feeling really good. Their stacks are moving so fast. This game is moving so fast. It's just end to end, just absolutely dynamic chaos right now.
And that's the thing with these teams and with Ethereal, as I was kind of alluding to earlier. They're a team who could, as easily as anyone, just put up bunches of scores, double digits. They can reach those high numbers because of the amount of striking talent here and the chemistry that they have going on for them. As the shot goes out there, intercepted by Graham and intercepted right back by Acorn. Will be Sweet Tooth now. Oh, that is a big punish. Anomaly have 11.
Wow, goalie just coming out a little bit, thought maybe the clear was going out, and Sweet Tooth got that steal and just saw the little window of opportunity and shot it into that right pocket. That's no accident that disc was on the right side. The goalie was on the left side from the shooter's angle, and Sweet Tooth just saying, hey, I see a spot, I'm going to put it there.
Absolutely, so that's as big as anything to give up a 3, kind of a situation where it didn't have to happen, but they saw that narrowest corner, that angle was open. Just talk about absolutely capitalizing to the full degree, as they will reset here to -0 in the back line, and that's forwarded to Acorn at mid.
Acorn now doesn't see anyone open, so clears it through. The stack is there. Acorn knew that their stack was together, and so that was absolutely a timed pass, but getting there quickly is Ethereal recovering. Sweet Tooth now picks it up, sends it through, but it will be the Ethereal stack that gets there first, and they are going to clear it through into the orange side.
And that stack from Ethereal in the midfield, they were lurking there waiting for the throw to go so that they could line up their stacks. And they did have a little overshoot, but they still got the brawl on the defender. They took the disc back momentarily and will get it back again. And looking for maybe a little bit of what Sweet Tooth did before was see Jason seeing that open goal and recognizing the opportunity. Unfortunately, not able to finish. And now a turnover off of that blazing chain from Sweet Tooth and co. But that's going to be recovered once more from Ethereal.
Yeah, and you see a lot of brawling in that right tube. Single shot just working on Sweet Tooth and Chocolate, using a one-man advantage to take out 2 was really effective there. That's the way you're going to beat a team like Ethereal or Anomaly. Both of them have great stacks. If you stun out one of them, then they can't do that regrabbing skill. So now JL Graham is working his way. He's got a pass to Mozzie. He sends it in for 2.
And Mozzie, whenever Mozzie gets it anywhere inside that bubble, way more often than not, that is almost a guaranteed goal. At that range, especially, I mean, from long range, sure, but especially in that close range, Mozzie is a player who has so many moves, you just never know quite where that's going to go, except probably somewhere inside that goal. So a great hit from them. They bring themselves back within 5, and another shot here. Pass actually rather, as the divers for the defense get out there and try to pressure.
Sweet Tooth now backing it out to Chocolate. Chocolate can't quite get it, so he's going to back it out to -0. Full reset here. -0 is now moving in space. There's an open man on top. Acorn can't quite handle it, so now it's the Ethereal's turn. The disc is loose. Mozzie gets a hold of it, and he will clear it out.
And notice Mozzie going for the sideways clear off that wall of the tunnel. That was a very purposeful thing, and they're going to get a shot opportunity. Couldn't finish it. Rebound, and one pass out to the barrier, but Sweet Tooth was just right there waiting. Not the pass that we're looking for, as another scoring potential here about to happen for Anomaly. If they score again here, I would almost call it ice with only a minute 40 left. I mean, they need to defend for Ethereal.
Acorn now looking to pass it up, but he can't quite get it. Chocolate decides to get it and dribble it off the wall, but he gets stunned out. So now it will be cleared out. But as you say, Palador, time is really crucial right now. -0 now sends it back in, working his way. Acorn passes it to Chocolate. He's got an opportunity. No, can't quite connect, but the time is clicking down. Mozzie decides to clear it out, and the stack is together. Can they get there?
Yeah, they need to right now. They need to make a shot right now. They need to get back into this game. They have a minute to do it, and they certainly can. But as you see, the defense there, all 4 players for Anomaly getting back just in incredible fashion. So they're going to have to do this a tough way. Find those passes and find the dunk. It's Mozzie from the back to the front. They're within 3.
That was huge. So only 1 goal now. There's going to be about 45 seconds left once the time clock's down. That's plenty of time to get 2 scores even. So if Ethereal can get a quick 2, they should take it. But they're getting into territory. If they lose 10 or 20 seconds, they're going to have to go for a 3.
Yeah, right. Now, if nothing else, They've been playing so fast, now they need to prioritize control if they can. They do lose it there, so that's going to be deep into the back lane, and now the goal, it will be covered off at least a little bit, so they can go for maybe a 3. The goalie attempting to be assaulted, couldn't finish, and it will be backed out again. They're going to have another opportunity off this anchor, off the boot, stunning the goalie again, but what a grab from Acorn that just may secure it.
Incredible defense.
Oh no!
Wow. Oh my lord! Acorn from 63 meters, ending the round. Wow!
Not only did that clear secure it, the save in that outer edge of the bubble, but the icing on top. What a drop from deep down. And Anomaly, off of this round, they muster that victory. That was incredible. An incredible way to end it there for Anomaly and for Acorn. What a series of plays, Doc. That was... Ooh, that round was something.
Incredible. Ethereal was so close right there. They had the 3 opportunity. They got the stun on the goalie. It was a 3-on-1 opportunity. They had the tie, but just barely missing and then needing to back it out. They could have got an easy 2 for sure, but the clock was too late. They had to back it out, and when they did, Acorn swooped it up and sent it out. And yeah, wow, what an incredible start for Anomaly and Ethereal. Really beautiful work.
Yeah, and with that, need to use this intermission to the best of its full extent. 1 minute between rounds by the default, and as it winds down, Ethereal definitely within reach. As you saw, they got down into a couple little holes there earlier on, and then later they made these little runs, but they kind of found themselves just being buried a bit by those continuous shots off that continuous pressure. So if they can come out here and, as is often the case, just retake a little bit of that momentum, a little bit of the stability. Score here first. You know, put Anomaly into a situation where they're the ones who have to kind of come back and rebuttal off of this joust that will be taken. There you go, by Jason.
Beautiful work to get that joust won initially, but now taken out. It's going to be a bit of a scramble. It will be picked up by Mozzie, so first offensive opportunity does go to Ethereal. He's working his way. He's not got anyone there, but wow, coming in from nowhere is Chocolate and stunning him out.
Yeah, and now boosting for it. A little tap out as the piles form. That's going to go into the trap. Sweet Tooth has the lane. Sweet Tooth has a lot of game. 3 points. Just about a minute in, 32 seconds actually off of that joust. And, well, Anomaly, unfortunately for Ethereal, they find themselves down here first.
Sweet Tooth just making it look so easy, but guys, just remember, this is not like a button-pushing video game. He literally, he had to grab that with his hand, do a full wind-up, like a real throwing of a ball, and then throw it with that accuracy from that distance. It's incredible skill. That is not easy at all.
Oh, absolutely. For our viewers there in venues who haven't seen Echo a ton or even ever before, this is a sport, not just esport, a sport. If you've played any of those in real life, you know, physical, visceral, that's Echo in a nutshell. So all of these actions, this is months, this is years, and multiple seasons of work being put in by these teams to get as good as they are and to make it look as smooth and quick as they are.
Looking smooth on the right side is Jason. He's not under any pressure, so he's going to work slowly up. Decides to pass back to Single Shot, who's in a beautiful position. They have their offense completely set up. Notice left, right, and center. Decides to pass left. Everyone's crashing in. Oh, Sweet Tooth comes in, but right there is Mozzie. He's got an opportunity, and he puts it in.
Big hit, but a little bit inside that edge, so could have maybe had that 3-point opportunity, but they still get the anchor no less. And of course, points are points. That is the point of the game, of course, and Mozzie will get them in bunches, but step by step, you gotta take it 1 point at a time, and, well, in this case, 2 points at a time. So Ethereal right back in it as the Anomaly joust here goes towards mid, and just a very quick zipper of passes.
A zipper of passes indeed, right down the middle there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody's touched it, but it goes now zipper back, and then it skips a little bit, and now they have a little bit of a left, right, center action going. Left, right. Now it's up top. Sweet Tooth jiving, and he puts it in.
Oh, somebody is gonna be highlighting that and putting it in videos in the coming weeks, no doubt. The execution there, that was immaculate. That was perfect. They didn't miss a pass. That was. Look, with that kind of defensive pressure, it is so easy even for the best of teams to mess up eventually. The more you change those together, and yet they did it. They might try and do it again as a turnover is caused here, but that will be actually back to Ethereal, at least for a moment to spare as they kind of separate out.
Separated out and now stunned out, so Ethereal has a little bit of room to work. They will pass down to the left. JL Graham's working. He's one-on-one. He gets stunned out by Acorn. Acorn's now going to clear it out. Will it go through? Not fully, but the stack is there. Sweet Tooth going to take a shot. No, it's a little bit of a pass, but offline, and so Ethereal now will have the disc.
And Mozzie with it, sending it back to single shot, has JL Graham over in tow and now bouncing off, trying to contest that stack. And, well, a wise thing against this Anomaly team. See Jason rolling out the floor. They have options up on that ceiling. They have options over at the midfield and cutting down from below. So everyone joining that goal, and it will be the 2 from single shot. A little fake to freeze out the defender before making the shot. So great job. Ethereal's within 1.
Really beautiful work. That's the patience that you see. This game moves so fast. It's so easy to get caught up in, I gotta go, I gotta pass. But when you're not under pressure, just taking that time, letting the play develop, that's what they did there, and that's what got them those points.
Absolutely. Might get them some more here as they do stack, and they will cause a turnover. That goal is open, but the ding off the goal post. So a costly miss there, perhaps. Definitely want to punish as much as you can. And Mozzie trying once again, loses the hand, but still able to get some stuns. So you know what? Mozzie just wiping a sweat off the back and takes it back, and they get up ahead by a point. Nice work.
Incredible recovery by Mozzie, going 1-on-4, somehow pulling the disc out of that incredible pile and turning around and just sending it straight in at 18 meters a second, nearly as fast as you could possibly do it. And now coming out on their offensive joust, down I think for the first time, is Anomaly. So they've got a little bit of work to do as they clear it through to the Ethereal side.
And a big contest here in the midfield. Acorn able to kind of whirlwind that out of there. Just a spin clear, but back to see Jason. See Jason will see Mozzie, and Mozzie and Graham right down the floor in a hurry. Look at the dribble, but another one just a bit off this time. So unable to punish on a couple of these goals, but still yet the advantage, Doc.
Yeah, and that can, I mean, in the Master Tier, that can be the difference between winning and losing, is those long shots and who's just a little bit more on today, but deciding to go straight for it. And what incredible defense. Wow. But you see Jason is right there. He's going to back it out, but single shot can't quite get there. The stack is together for Anomaly. They're going to have an open shot. Can they get there? Oh, Sweet Tooth deciding to hold on to it, and the defense for Ethereal is all set up, so gonna hold on there. Passes to the top. Acorn not there. Who's gonna get it, Palador?
Well, it looks like it will be Ethereal there for a second. Now, nobody in the midfield, so this is just going to be a matter of stacks, as a matter of fact, as they get back into the goal. It's a close-off there by the defenders, all 4 of them now joining, and a nice shield from C. Jason to deny the punch coming in, and they'll reset as well. So that was just a multitude of moves in a few seconds flat. What a pass, but another ding. A miss here. They're still up by 1, but that's 3 times now in this round.
Wow, just going for that corner and just shaving it a little bit too close. Getting stunned out now is JL Graham. The disc will be bounced out, and it is around toward mid. It's anyone's disc. Who's going to get there first? Ethereal's closer, but immediately Acorn picks it up, and he shoots it in. No, not there, but can he get his own rebound? Yes. Passes it down to -0. He's got an open goal, and he sends it in to bring Anomaly back up by 1.
Wow, we're getting into the crunch of round 2 here. Real soon, and that's a big hit from Anomaly. Missed the first spawn, up recovered. So we're seeing a little bit of that from both teams. And of course, mention these players playing at this top level, the Master Division. You know, we're talking top 10 teams in North America in a region with a couple hundred teams in it. And with that, this kind of pace, this kind of aggression, you know, you're gonna see misses sometimes, because just the physicality, it's gonna wear you down once you get into the groove and you're feeling that adrenaline rolling. I mean, it's all about the execution, and they do just that there. So nice work to just make an easy, fundamental pass this time, and converting the play. They're back up by 1.
Back up by 1, and the other thing, like you were saying, Palador, there's exhaustion, and then there's just great defense, and it gets in your head. You start thinking, you know, I got to put it right on the very edge of that goal, and then you miss the edge of the goal, and you hit the goal, and that's as good a defense as actually stopping the disc yourself. So see Jason now swooping in on the back line. He does pass it over to Mozzie. Mozzie's got a look, but it closes pretty quickly, and Sweet Tooth is right there. He decides to clear it through, but the stack is right there for Ethereal. So Ethereal is going to be under control. They've got advantage right now, but there's no one there to pick up that pass, and it'll be cleared back out toward the back line. Single shot picking it up. He's going to pass it over, and it's see Jason. It passes to single shot. Single shot's going to hold and slow things down.
They need to hold tight here. They're up by 1. They could press it up by a little more, but too much mustard on that pass, and we'll go right back as they overshoot the disc. Chocolate sends it, but the initial stack breaking up there for Anomaly. There was still a second one well prepared, and that again is the dangers here, especially in 4v4, where even one stack breaks up, you still got other options, as that one is a little bit high and a little bit left outside to the rebound. See Jason.
I can't believe how close that shot was. The angle that he had, the momentum that he had moving up. I mean, that was just an incredibly difficult shot, and it very nearly went in. But right there, going in, is Mozzie with the assist from C. Jason. They're now up by 3 with a minute left.
That could be the final little push that they needed to take this round and force it to a third. So we saw Anomaly now missing an open goal or two in this round, in the latter parts of it. And then we saw Ethereal being faster on the sacks. All right, hello guys. Sorry about that. We are, I think, back. A little tech difficulties there. We apologize, but indeed, as you see, you didn't miss all too much in the sense that we are still going to round 3. Now, it was a close one in that second round, but rest assured, we are continuing on here as that is going to bounce back to Ethereal's zone. So, yeah, thank you for bearing with those few minutes. I know, we just had to leave you hanging. It's a dramatic effect, but we're back in it with Doc Education, Palador. How's it going? That shot is almost going. Doc, this is an exciting match we've had here.
Super exciting match. It's 0-0 right now in round 3 after absolute blazing in rounds 1 and 2. As you said, Ethereal did take overtime in round 2, so this is the deciding and final round. Whoever takes this one is going to win this match. Anomaly desperately wanting to win to show that they, can get their first win in Master Tier. I don't think anyone doubts they should be here right now, but, getting a big win is definitely on their mind. Ethereal, on the other hand, looking to show that they're wanting to be at the top of Master Tier and stop these new teams. So looking like that, there's a lot of brawling, there's a lot of scraping. It's going to be a drag out fight the rest of this round.
That it is. So it's going to be taken here. See Jason now. Yeah, for those coming back into it after our little bit of a blackout there, it did go to Ethereal in the second round. Anomaly and Ethereal coming in. So third round, scoreless yet, but not for long. There's Acorn looking strong. 2 points for Anomaly.
2 points. Acorn looking absolutely strong with the sweet assist by Sweet Tooth himself. These stacks are moving, and it looks like it's going to be Ethereal on their offensive joust for the first time as they come out. Let's see what they do. The stack from Anomaly is a little bit slow to come out. They do get stunned out. Sweet Tooth does stun out the goalie, or the QB rather. Single shot working his way along the right side. He passes toward the left tube, but no one there. So it's going to be picked up by Acorn and sent through to Ethereal side.
All right, and now bouncing to the corner and received back here by Jason. Jason to the midfield. And up top, gonna be snagged and tapped right back to Chocolate. So now trying to prioritize a little control. Of course, in Echo, you want to back it out sometimes. You don't always have to press forward, and these teams know that. If they're not liking the aggression up front, just leave space open for a pass. That's said to the backboard and off the pole. Rebounded by Graham. Rebounded now back again and slapping it through tunnel, or at least 2 tunnel before it comes back to them here.
Huge missed opportunity there with an open goal for Ethereal, but they've got the disc now. Let's see if they can make good on the second opportunity. JL Graham working his way. He's going to cut. Oh, but not there. Mozzie picks it up instead. Mozzie's working along the floor. He's looking to pass it back. Single shot. Passes back to Mozzie.
Now taking it back here, Mozzie.
Mozzie back to single
Mozzie
shot.
over into the goal. Single shot.
Can you hear me, Palador?
We can hear you. We can hear you. Back into it again. And will be this joust coming to the midfield. Snagged by Acorn over to -0.
Beautiful. -0 working his way now 2-2. Score is tied with nearly half this round over. Acorn now working his way along the left side. He's not under pressure, so he's moving slowly. He's looking for an opportunity to pass. Chocolate's right there, and he puts it in.
Chocolate. Really important goal once again, because now we're in, after, what, 25 minutes of action here, just about across these rounds. I basically would define this entire round. This is all crunch time at this point. Every single shot, with every single bit of energy they have, I mean, they need every one of them to go. Anomaly. Look, the speed, Doc. It's showing why we talk about it so much. No better example than that.
Absolutely, and after a couple stabs where their stack wasn't moving quite quickly enough, maybe the quarterback got lulled a little bit there, held onto the disc a little bit too long, and then that stack came in absolutely flying and just took the disc away and got that 3. So Anomaly up by 5 now, working his way along the right side. His single shot, he does have to pass back, but it bounces off Geo, so he has to do a little bit of work. JL Graham's right there, he does pass back, and now the reset is secure.
All right, see Jason with a disc over there at the midfield, that double diamond as players do call it, and looking for the goal and calling it. It's a 7-4 Ethereal. They needed that. They got it as well. So back into it, only down by 3.
Great work. Really, I mean, master tier, nothing else to say. 2 attempts at a reset. Yeah, just really controlling the disc. They were down by 5, and now they're only down by 3 with 4 minutes left. Tons of time. Sweet Tooth and Chocolate are going to do their little stacking maneuver, although right there is C. Jason, and he clears it through.
All right, Acorn now recovering that one, sending that one. That's a bouncer. Could it be? Oh, Acorn did it again. We saw that earlier on from deep. That one was 60, this one 47. Acorn is on another level.
Sometimes when you're trying to clear, you throw it, and the clear is so good, it goes right into the goal, and I think that's what's happened for Acorn twice. So Anomaly now up by 6 as Ethereal's feeling a little bit of pressure. They do have tons of time, though.
All right, now back to Ethereal coming in from behind, where once again it's crunch time. All of this is crunch time, so the pressure is an all-time high. These players are sweating. They are feeling the tenseness in the air, as Anomaly so far, no matter the results, they are impressing. They show why they earned their spot here in the Master Division, certainly. And for Ethereal, well, they're showing why they've been here in Master Division as they continue to compete and taking that round 2, trying to take this round 3 with a good stun from single shot. A single one has Mozzie up top, and see where they drop it off.
Passes it to the left. See, Jason is there. He sees multiple opportunities. This disc is going to bounce off 2 walls and perfectly over to Mozzie. Mozzie working his way. Mozzie putting it right in the top pocket.
And there you go. That is exactly what I mean, because the thing is, every team and every division, you're going to miss shots. You're going to miss passes. You will make mistakes. That is a guarantee. That's the name of the game and the name of sports. It's how you rebound. It's how you react. Ethereal, they missed a couple. They still reacted. They came back. That is what is crucial.
Yeah, they're not giving up at all. And right there, Mozzie and JL Graham are working together. They do have an open goal, and they send it in. Now they're only down by 1.
As I said, that is crucial. This is what we mean when we say Master Division and Master League. This is the kind of level of gameplay you can expect. It doesn't matter that Ethereal were down by a few goals. It doesn't matter necessarily that Anomaly had all that momentum. You cannot take for granted these teams' ability to stay strong and then to score in an absolute flurry like they just did for Ethereal to bring it back within a point.
Working his way now along the bottom side, but immediately getting stunned out. Mozzie and JL Graham doing work. Single shots, got the disc. He decides to use the bounce there to pass it to himself, actually. Mozzie picks it up. He's working his way along the ceiling. He's looking for a pass, deciding to back it out. C. Jason passes over to the right side. It's single shot. Decides to pack back to C. Jason, and he puts it in. They're up by 1.
Ethereal now, they are starting to feel it. For Anomaly, they're feeling the heat, and they are feeling maybe a defeat soon if they can't react. That is a few in a row. Ethereal looking like ghosts, but now they are fully in it, and they are making their presence known.
Making their presence known indeed, although -0 has some space to move, so he moves it up slowly. Chocolate passes over to Sweet Tooth, although can't quite get it, and it's Mozzie picking it up, so immediately back on the attack is Ethereal, although -0 picks it up and dumps it back in. It's going to be picked up again by JL Graham. It's passed over to the left side. Mozzie's got a shot. Can he make it? Oh, just barely dinging off the shield.
Talk about what would have been a back-breaking type of shot. That one would have hurt. That was almost on. Nonetheless, they are on point with their stacks. There's single shot, sending it over to the Pac-Man, and now taking it back, man, over to the nest. It's Mozzie in the right place for the right find. They're up by 3, only 30 seconds and less than that. As this next joust goes out, Anomaly are going to have to pull out a miracle.
They're going to try to pull off. Let's see if they try and do exactly what they did last time. They have this play. They dribble to the left into the left tube, and then they go for a 3. Let's see what they do this time. They decide to dribble right. The Chocolate and Sweet Tooth are together. Oh, but they overshot it. Oh, but they have an opportunity now. Tapped out. It's bouncing along the left side. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. It's got one last chance. Sweet Tooth! Oh, it can't quite connect. And Ethereal just barely edging out Anomaly. What a game, Palador.
My mind is blown. Now, without exaggeration, had that gone in, that would have possibly been one of the greatest shots to win a game of all time. That was ridiculous. That game was ridiculous. And that game is done in 3, down to the very, and I mean very last 10th of a second. Ethereal taking it in a, again, strong, steady fashion where they could have a multitude of times. They could have been down in the dumps and defeated. They still came back.
Wow. I would say I got nothing to say, but I think it's my job to say something, and I guess what I've got to say is Anomaly has now played 2 matches in the Master Tier against top teams, and they have taken them both to 3 rounds and come so close in both times. They have also been 2 of the absolutely best games that I have seen in Echo Arena this season. They are so fun to watch. I'm so stoked that they're here, and, it's just so exciting, Palador.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, as I join you on the stream here, unintentionally so. But yeah, I could come back here in a sec. But yeah, we had to switch out cameraman and again, cameramen. So I appreciate you guys for sticking strong because I know, you may have missed a little bit of action there at the end of round 2. But rest assured, we got back in a hurry to catch the round 3. And here. Now you got me back. But that said, ladies and gents, that was a thrilling game. Apologies, the first round scores, not quite sure what they were because of the quick camera switch we had to do, juggling a little bit of stuff. So it was, working with what we got. But that said, I'm glad we made that work. I'm glad we caught that round 3 because that would have been heartbreaking to miss. So with that, ladies and gents, we're going to take a quick intermission, but do join us here at the other end of things because we have some more matches on the way. A couple of them, in fact, we have coming up next. Tihi, name of the team, versus Astro. And then following that as well, to end off this night in venues, we have Barrage versus Glizzy Gobblers. It's going to be fun. Rest assured. So, again, I'm Palador, Doc Education joining me. And we may have also Sir Dimwee joining us on the cast here real soon. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back around the corner.
Jackson Jills, I'm Monsieur Dimwee, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this installment, we are going to cover turnover offense. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of Echo Arena players, turnover offense amounts to a single strategy, clear and boost. And while a coordinated clear and boost strategy is certainly not a bad one, it is also not the only one. Furthermore, there is a fine line between a coordinated clear and boost strategy versus a panic clearing and hoping you have some teammates close enough to chain together quick enough to get to the disc before the other team's strategy. Now, of course, a turnover can happen anywhere in the arena, but when we're talking about turnover offense, we are more often than not referring to turnovers that happen in your own zone, typically when the opposing team is attacking your bubble. This is often one of the most difficult areas of the game for a team to practice and become comfortable with. In these moments, when you've just stolen the disc from the other team right at the edge of your own bubble, your deepest instinct is to clear the disc away from trouble. But success in Echo Arena comes down to the choices we make, and a panic clear is not a choice, it's a bad habit. But before we get to choices, the most important part of a turnover offense is communication. When you score that turnover, it should be immediately communicated that you are in transition. This tells your teammates to begin setting up your turnover offense. This is so important because you may only have a few seconds to react in this situation, so the sooner everyone is on the same page, the better. If you're going with a clear and boost strategy, the moment the disc turns over, a pair of players should be linking together to chain after the disc. You should know before the other team when the disc is getting cleared with instructions on where it is headed. They do not need to be overly specific, but just announcing where the disc is heading as you throw it can give your chain the advantage over an opposing chain. Once the disc is
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League here in venues, on Twitch, on Facebook Live, as well as YouTube Gaming. We are proud to present the next round here, the next match here in this lineup of streams here tonight. Been a fun one. That first one, I mean, what a way to start the streams, for that matter, as we make our way into this second match here, featuring these teams trying to eventually get to that level. You know, we're talking about earlier on how many teams there are in this league. Well, you got the future before your eyes, because we have Astro, and we got, again, don't mistake me, Tihi. I'm not laughing, but I probably will be the more I say this team's name. Got them coming up here right in the round. So on the casting desk, once again, I'm Palador, being joined by Doc Education. We are just about ready to go, and indeed, here we are.
A fun name, Tihi, and some fun names for these players. We're gonna have a lot of fun saying some of these names as we move throughout this arena. But as you said, Palador, this game's gonna be a little bit different. These teams not quite at the master tier, won't be quite as fast moving, but you will see still a lot of skill as Waffle Lover passes to Naruto-kun, who's working his way. He does decide to back pass, so some great strategy already being shown. Disc is loose on the ceiling, and it'll be Wrecked Yoshi, who passes over to Waffle Lover, who misses the shot.
And will be Zenatoria with the disc. Zen over to PT Gaming. Gaming over there, down to the Rad logo, where it'll be taken. And shout out Ready to Dawn, of course, for bringing us this wonderful game. And we'll be over to the sidewall. The defense kind of retreating there for Tihi, and back to the midfield.
Disc goes all the way through into the blue side. Disc is bouncing around. Who will pick it up? It looks like Tihi is there. They're going to pass it to Naruto-kun on the nest there, but stunned out is Pixel Patrick. And Disc is back now to, is that Caius or Caius?
Case, as the case may be. Streamed these teams yesterday, or at least this one here in Tihi. So back to the side, gonna be taken by Waffle, all up into stride, but now another snag coming in from Zen, and they're gonna throw it up here to Mum, and Mum is the word, I suppose, as they go into the tunnel.
Mum is the word. He's working in the tunnel there. Pixel Patrick kind of hanging out with him, looking to maybe get a boost. He passes to the right, but wow, jumping right in there is Wrecked Yoshi, and it is loose. Waffle Lover has it. He's got an opportunity, but stunned out, and it'll be Mum swooping in.
And sending that one way deep. It's going to bounce a few times, but looks like a recovery potentially. There you go by Tihi, and through the tunnel. It's going to be a successful clear. Nicely done, as it bounces all the way to the cloud, as they call these blocks. Of course, in Echo, the generic term more so is just Geo. But some special names here, including that cloud, the bow tie, and the favorite nest, of course. But will be lost at the bottom corner of this map and taken back by Zenitoria.
Zenitoria working along, not under any pressure, so gonna move over to one of those geos there, bouncing geo to geo. That's the name of the game. Don't want to be caught in space too much. Mumbo is hanging out a little bit in space there, and it'll be Naruto putting a little bit of pressure on. He does get stunned out, and Naruto clears it through.
And off that clear, you can hear the stuns kind of folding up in the backfield, so denying some stacks. This leaves some time for Mumbo to get the recovery. Mumbo over through that lane, gonna be picked up at the bottom by Wrecked. Wrecked getting, well, just that, as Pixel Patrick takes it over and working the way up the floor, pixel by pixel, and that is, well, maybe a very blurry pixel as the overtake at the bubble, but a lot of trouble as Naruto manages to snag it and send it.
Can't quite clear it out, though, so it'll be an opportunity there. Waffle Lover finally... Oh, no! Right there is Zenitoria, and he passes it through. Pixel Patrick passes it over to PT Gaming Pro, who gets it stolen and cleared out.
You can see, again, prioritizing some brawls and some leeches, and again, for the maybe unfamiliar, leeches referring to... grabbing onto an enemy player as they boost down the floor speedily. And when we talk about stacks and chains, as Doc mentioned earlier on, it's simply the succession of grabs on a teammate. If you have some speed and then you grab onto a moving player, you pull off them, you're gonna get their momentum in addition to yours and get faster and faster down the floor, much like we saw in Anomaly versus Ethereal, as well as. Again, we also are going to see a Barrage, who's a very fast team, along with Glizzy Gobblers in the Diamond Division. We'll be seeing them after this match.
Yeah, it's really a really slow game if you don't do the re-grabbing technique of working with a teammate or an opponent and using their momentum. But when you do that, you can move really, really fast. And so that's the nature of this game, is how do you get together and move fast, and then how do you spread out and maybe use the slow speed that you have to finish the play. So right there, disc is through into the blue side. The orange team, Tihi, has an opportunity working along the ceiling. No, sent out.
Overtaken once again, though. There's no Naruto with maybe some options. Oh, just a little fake, a juke. Oh, but the save, Pixel Patrick, Pixel Perfect. That's sent right through the tunnel, and they are searching for the first goal. Still yet a big stalemate, but maybe with this shot, could it be? No! Checkmate taken back, and on the second take, also same result, so it continues here to be a barn burner, but just not on the offense, as these teams still trying to slow it down and find their rhythm, and another one by Case to deny that shot.
Wow, such I mean, those were so close, those shots from Astro. It really shows you, I mean, these are really good players, and they're missing shots just like that. Shows you the skill from the master tier teams, that they can put those in so consistently. These guys can put those in as well, but maybe not quite as consistently as working along the floor. Naruto-kun getting the love from Waffle and putting it in to put them up by 2.
Yeah, finally broke that seal here on the stream, of course. For these two teams coming into the league at the silver and the edge of silver and bronze division. I mean, the results of this match can be very important to where these teams end up in the week. But furthermore, coming into a stream here, not only across our Twitch platforms, of course, but venues especially, and coming in for this great audience, sometimes it just adds a little extra touch of pressure and excitement. But once they get into the groove of things, they break the cap, sometimes it's all you need, but that will be backed out off the ding on the post, but still a rebound from Waffle.
So close, all of these shots. Disc is loose right in front of the goal. Naruto-kun picks it up and puts it in. They're up by 4.
And I noticed that, but on that note, you missed the mid-range, long-range shots. What do you need to do? Well, maybe just bring it in for a dunk, just like that. Get yourself a close-up shot, and picture perfect all in frame. They're up by 4 for Tihi.
Pixel Patrick passes it over to the right side. It's PT Gaming who passes it beautifully over to Zenatoria. So some really nice passing here by Astro. They're looking to work it. A short range pass to Pixel Patrick. He's immediately under pressure. Looks to make another short range pass. Can't quite handle it. It'll be 3 players from Astro that are right there. Pixel Patrick picks it up. Oh, but he can't quite connect. Disc is low and it will be picked up. But right there is Pixel Patrick again in the right spot. Ooh. And he bounce shots it in. Wow.
Nice shot. And that was a perfect touch off the backboard. Still something to this day. Never mind the fact that I had been playing Echo, for years. I still never got all that consistent at the backboard shots. It just requires a certain type of touch, and some players they have it naturally. Some players obviously they work really hard at it. Didn't really matter too much, but it's all the more impressive to see these players executing like that, and they get their seal broken as well for Astro.
Naruto-kun working along the side. He takes a shot, but a little bit to the left. Case picks it up, though, and he puts in the 3. So Tihi doing a little bit more scoring in the latter part of this round.
Yeah, that's right. These teams now starting to find their rhythm, starting to find their groove, and again, that's all it takes. Sometimes you have to break that seal. This is turned into a frantic game, fast-paced like checkers, and I just had to get that off my chest. But saying that, it's Astro here with a disc right to the midfield, and it will be taken back by Zenatoria, maybe, but being stunned by the Animazing one.
Really good defensive pressure from Tihi, getting some steals, some turnovers there, putting a lot of pressure on Astro. Waffle Lover is going to be able to clear it through. Their stack is together, so can they get there? Their stack breaks up a little bit. There are 2 players though now, and there's an open goal. Naruto-kun working along. There's an open goal, and he puts it in.
Oh, they're up now 9-2. You see, look, we spent the first half of this round with just stalemates, and now the last half, look at this. It's 9-2, maybe potential double-digit advantage should they score again. Astro, for them, it's looking bleak for maybe a return in round 1, but if they can score, that'll still bring them some good feels going into round 2. You gotta end it the right way, that way you can start off the right way when the next 10 minutes comes up.
That is absolutely true. We talk about it so much, but sports, it's so much about feeling, emotion, confidence, and right now having a lot of confidence is Tihi. Although Astro continuing to pour it on, they do get it stunned out and stolen though. It'll be picked up by Pixel Patrick. He's working along the side. Disc is low and loose. It'll be picked up though by the orange team and set through.
Good steals and stuns, though, going against them. You can say they knocked out their Tihi. That said, the release off the spin, a whirlwind from Naruto. 11-2 off that goal, and the round in the books.
Beautiful spin, and he could have used his joystick to spin, but just as likely that person actually did a 360 move in their little play space wherever they are. So just really beautiful. I always love to see that because usually people are spinning when they do that.
Yeah, and again, the physicality of these teams here, and the physicality of Echo as a sport, as an esport and a sports sport, all of the above. That's why we love it. You'll see, again, everything you see physically, minus the literal flying down the floor, everything else, so all the grabs, all the stuns, all the punches, every little action is all what they're doing in real life. So that's what I love about it. You get to go into Echo, you get to watch the body language of these teams, you get to see when you're passing to a teammate, you're making actual eye contact, just like I'm making eye contact with you. Is it uncomfortable? Maybe, but the point is, that's what it's like playing on a team, and that's what you need here in these kind of games. You need that communication. You need that, sometimes the mental telepathy almost, right? You gotta get the chemistry, and I just love to see it. Anyone who's played games like this, it's the best feeling. I did it for a few years. Been casting more so this last one. Still just as much fun because I get to be the biggest fanboy of this game, and we watch these teams continually getting better and kind of surpassing everything that we used to see in the days of old. Doc Education here casting with me, and again, I'm Palador, and back to round 2. This is going to be a fun one, I think. And Astro, they still got some shots. We saw some promise in there. If they can get the first goal, that'll be great for them, and they just might.
They just might. They've got the disc right now, electing for a backwards pass for a reset. Not quite there, but picking it up is PT Gaming Pro. He's going to work his way, pass it over to Pixel Patrick. Patrick uses that ceiling to make a bounce shot pass to Mum. Mum can't quite get there, though, so it's going to be immediately under pressure. Does make a correct pass. Pixel Patrick can't quite get there. Who's going to pick it up? It will be PT Gaming Pro. No, it's Mum working his way. Oh, it's stolen, and Waffle sends it out, but on the back line, it's picked up.
Yeah, Mum getting a little bit mobbed there by the stuns that will be taken back here by Waffle Lover as Naruto in tow and maybe looking for the goal. No, it's just outside of their reach. So it's going to give an opportunity for Pixel Patrick to search and maybe destroy. Oh, that is a big save through the teeth of the defenders, the offenders, I should say, all up in the grill. What a grab.
Wow, the goalie just holding that shield on until the last possible second, and then holding that disc, going 1-on-2. Absolutely incredible. PT Gaming Pro has an opportunity right now to go 1-on-1, although now it's 1-on-3. Decides to pass it to Mum, can't quite get it. Who's gonna pick it up? Oh, they miss it. They do miss a little bit of an opportunity there, Palador.
They will get it back though, and just a good pass. Oh no, the save now from Case. Right now, getting to the stacks and trying to chase this down. But look, we just saw back-to-back defensive plays from both these teams. You talk about those things that very, very few people, including myself, were ever good at in the early days of Echo. Now we got great goalies by the hundreds, it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful, like you said, on both ends. Both goalies stepping up and saving a goal, keeping this game 0-0, keeping that momentum kind of neutral. Right now, it's Astro doing a little bit of work. Disc is bouncing low into the Tihi zone. Who's going to be there? Oh, almost PT Gaming Pro swooped in, but he couldn't quite get it.
Now back to midfield, trying to get it back. Will be there first, Naruto and Waffle. They have the defense kind of in that area and snagging it right out of the reach, out of the hands. It's Mumbo over to PT Gaming Pro. And, well, a steal again. Zenitoria the recovery. They link up for the stacks. The goal is a little exposed, but there is some time still to get that disc back and maybe find a bit of passing control. Maybe.
Yeah. Looking to control the disc right now is Astro. They do have a nice attack here, doing some nice side-to-side passing, although getting a little bit of unlucky bounces off Geo. PT Gaming Pro looks to pass it over, can't quite connect with the teammate on the backside, so Pixel Patrick will have to do a little bit of work, although it's now sent out into the Astro zone.
And down the field here, fast as an asteroid. It's going to be taken by Tihi, though, looking for the Astro goal and trying to dunk it, but beyond the reach, was just directly underneath the pole and couldn't quite get that wingspan over the length of that post. They're still going to get a rebound, however. That's going to be sent to the side where it's overtaken by Wrecked. Wrecked to the barrier and then back again.
Wow, there's where you see that sport element, you know, just barely out of reach. Although Waffle Lover, wow, what a save by Pixel Patrick. He's keeping his team in the game right now.
Absolutely. So we're starting the second round very similarly to the first, right, where it was just a absolute lockdown. You know, both these teams trading blows, trading brawls, trading steals and stuns, but no scores yet. But we know how fast that can change, as evidenced just the last round.
Yep, they're both teams doing really well on their offensive set, just really incredible defensive stops. There is a man open, Waffle Lover on the left boot. It's a dangerous angle, but again, another save. Wow.
That Patrick is a star and bobbing for disc. It's Pixel Patrick once again, but overtaken and another ding off the goalpost, a little bit out the reach once more. And now the time may be shifting here, the tide shifting as they go back down the floor. They'll still recover for Waffle. Pixels popping off.
Absolute brawl, knockdown, drag out fight going on right now. The disc is now in the Tihi side. There's no stacks together though, so it'll be a little bit of time before Case picks it up, and Tihi looks to reset their offense, although they can't quite get it there. Waffle Lover picks it up, can't quite clear it out, so he'll pick up the bounce again, and he will clear it out this time.
Yeah, just as the stun came in, so meeting each other right about the same time. A quick release there will be taken, slapped back. Oh, maybe the unintended pass off the boot now, so waving, whirling, and trying to find, but maybe a little too fancy as it sails back out, just above the Geo at the cloud.
Disc is now tapped into the Tihi side, although they do have a player right back there. Case can't quite get it, so it will be picked up by PT Gaming Pro. Working along the left side, there's a player, Mum, right there on the nest. He goes in, he puts it in. They've got their first lead of the game.
And once more, seal broken. So similar, almost a mirror of what we saw in round one, right? Where it was that just stalemate for the first half of it, but then we get a score. That is where it was kind of off and to the races once again. So we'll see how that plays out here. We will have, however, a timeout initiated, and the team's gonna communicate with each other. So we'll just stick through this and see if they can settle out whatever the issue may be here real soon.
Yep, just looking at some players looking at pings. Maybe there's a ping spike going on. I'm not sure. Looks pretty all right to me. But Palador, I'm really impressed by both of these teams. They have really good offensive approaches. Both teams looking to back pass and reset when they don't have good numbers. They are showing themselves to be real students of the game. And I think the only difference between like why we're not seeing so much scoring is there've been a lot of very near misses, a lot of dings off just the ring of that goal, and then also some really incredible defense by the goalies.
Yeah, for sure. The defense has been absolutely impressive and immense, as you said, you know, on either side of the floor, as we will get some players wave into the stream, making their presence known here to all the viewers over in venues and Twitch, Facebook Live, YouTube Gaming, and all of the above. So, yeah, now, you know, teams, whatever the case is, they're taking a breather here. Everyone's still in the match currently. And trying to communicate maybe, hopefully here in our own channel soon, we'll figure out what's going on. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, we also do have matches coming up. At least one more, I do believe, will be scheduled. Just a little bit delayed is all. But, you know, hoping to get Barrage and Glizzy Gobblers of the Diamond Division here in North America, get them streamed up real soon. As will actually be the timeout, well, off. So here we go, back to the races, Doc. And let's see what the rest of this round provides with 4 minutes.
Naruto-kun passes over to Waffle Lover. Waffle Lover dumps it down to Case. Case has an open shot. Case tying the game super quickly. Tihi responding beautifully to that initial score by Astro.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I mean, wasted no time despite the timeout and such, where you can maybe get a little bit lulled for a moment. And no, they came out of it and they were able to score right away. So, right way to do it. 3:46 left here as this round continues. The second round, of course. The first one being taken by Tihi, 11-2. So, in position here to maybe make some moves. There's Pixel Patrick.
Pixel Patrick getting stunned out, losing the disc. Who's going to pick it up? It will be PT Gaming Pro, but immediately stolen again. So disc changing hands several times there, and it will be Astro who looks to make their offensive move. PT Gaming Pro. Ooh. Oh, what a save by Waffle Pro.
Yeah, you saw, I think, Pixel there just kind of turning the head for a quarter of a second just to kind of see where the defense was. Well, then the steal instead. So that's going to go back to Astro, however. Astro going to clear it down that lane and maybe just making up for that little turnover and can turn it into a goal themselves if they get back fast enough, but it will still be the disc back to Rect and back to the bow where it's cleared right through tunnel.
It's cleared through tunnel. That almost had a chance, but just a little bit wide right on the bounce. It's picked up by Mum. Mum sends it through, but it doesn't go through. PT Gaming Pro picks it up, and he will send it through into the Tihi side.
And now a pile here, PT Gaming and Waffle Lover, well, getting a bit stunned there. Both of them kind of contesting. So the disc, because of these brawls at the midfield, this aggression, nice stack by the buy, really clogging up those lanes. You know, it's not going to offer a ton of time for these easy passes. It's not offering a ton of time for the concentrated play. And that's what aggressive defenses and aggressive stacks can bring to a team.
In a stack right now is 2 players from Tihi. They're looking to have a little bit of pressure, but they do get broken up. But the disc is loose, and it looks like Case has an opportunity. He can't quite get it, so it could be a chance for Astro. No, disc is bouncing loose, and Pixel Patrick picks it up on the back line. He's going to work his way, passes over to PT Gaming Pro on the ceiling, looks to take a shot, or maybe it was a pass. Mum picks it up. Oh, off the ding ring. PT Gaming Pro right there, but no, it's going to be Waffle Lover to clear it out.
I was just impressed with the catch on that pass. That was full extension. Those were some Jurassic Park arms there, which is to say everything but a T-Rex. But that said, Xenatoria there getting that one, and followed by that nice save though. So 2 impressive things from them, and now a big stun coming in as Pixel gets a deep heave, and that's gonna bounce high, but a little bit too much to the left.
Picked up on the back line by Wrecked Yoshi. And it does go onto the left tube there. Waffle Lover looks to get it, but no. Xenatoria is right there, passes beautifully to Pixel Patrick. He's not under any pressure right now. Oh, but he decides to pass right. He might have been able to go, but Waffle Lover was pushing him, and he does get it and clear it out now.
And now taken back here by Naruto, and with the ramp clear off into the tunnel now. And you see, trying to prioritize one of the side lanes. Smart job, because if you go through midfield, there's just too much geometry, you know, clogging the lanes as well as the defenders, so it can get very tough. But putting all the moves in the book again, and like a ninja in the night. Well, that is a knife being stabbed into the goal there, up by 2.
Wow, with only 30 seconds left, that puts a lot of pressure on Astro right now. They've got to get a 2 to tie it or a 3 to win. With 20 seconds left, Palador, take us home.
All right, well, it's gonna be a clutch ending one way or the other. So either a quick score here or some great defense there. There's the snare, and out of there as well. Now they need to link up. Maybe I could put it away very well with less than 3 seconds, and that is gonna be the game and the match, as one more shot attempt goes 2 rounds to Tihi, and they will be very, very jolly with that win.
This is a great silver tier match. Both of these teams showing a lot of promise. Both of these teams could have taken this round with maybe just a little bit less stellar defensive goalie play from the other team, or maybe just 1 or 2 of those bare misses going in. So just really nice play by both teams.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And with that, although we'd love to stay and talk a little bit more about that, guess what? We got another match. So yeah, take a gander at a quick intermission after this, and we'll be back here with your final match of venues here in North America tonight on this lovely Sunday. So once again, Palador here, Doc Education. We'll be back around the bend. You guys stay tuned. Eye contact. Be right back.
Jackson Jills, I'm Monsieur Dimwee, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this installment, we are going to cover turnover offense. Unfortunately, for the vast majority of Echo Arena players, turnover offense amounts to a single strategy, clear and boost. And while a coordinated clear and boost strategy is certainly not a bad one, it is also not the only one. Furthermore, there is a fine line between a coordinated clear and boost strategy versus a panic clearing and hoping you have some teammates close enough to chain together quick enough to get to the disc before the other team strategy. Now, of course, a turnover can happen anywhere in the arena, but when we're talking about turnover offense, we are more often than not referring to turnovers that happen in your own zone, typically when the opposing team is attacking your bubble. This is often one of the most difficult areas of the game for a team to practice and become comfortable with. In these moments, when you've just stolen the disc from the other team right at the edge of your own bubble, your deepest instinct is to clear the disc away from trouble. But success in Echo Arena comes down to the choices we make, and a panic clear is not a choice, it's a bad habit. But before we get to choices, the most important part of a turnover offense is communication. When you score that turnover, it should be immediately communicated that you are in transition. This tells your teammates to begin setting up your turnover offense. This is so important because you may only have a few seconds to react in this situation, so the sooner everyone is on the same page, the better. If you're going with a clear and boost strategy, the moment the disc turns over, a pair of players should be linking together to chain after the disc. You should know before the other team when the disc is getting cleared with instructions on where it is headed. They do not need to be overly specific, but just announcing where the disc is heading as you throw it can give your chain the advantage over an opposing chain. Once the disc is cleared, your remaining 2 players should typically link together and boost downfield so you can set up an attack on the bubble if needed. The common alternative to a clear and boost offense is to set up in a passing formation. This is very much similar to choosing an offensive Joust scheme. The moment a turnover happens, your team should start fanning out in an offensive formation looking to set up an attack on mid. What is important here is that everyone has an assignment and knows where they should be going. The specific scheme you choose matters, but not as much as simply having a scheme. In any case, when setting up in this formation, it should also be seen as setting up to attack mid. Where clear and boost is more like an aggressive Joust scheme, formation passing on a turnover is generally deploying more of a protect scheme. Passes here should generally be quick, with no one holding the disc for longer than a few moments. If the defense is operating with a chain, there should be an effort to break up or otherwise slow down the attacking chain to clear space enough to get through mid. If the defense is playing with an aggressive man, you need to be winning those 1v1s, otherwise known as your 50-50s, in either slipping in front of your defender or setting them out and leaving them behind. The goal is to move up the field as a unit using your passes to keep the defense off balance. If you are having trouble progressing forward, consider a reset to draw the defense into your zone and then make another attempt with more space in mid. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League here on Venues. We got, for you, our third and final match here coming in at the Diamond Division, and I'm so excited to get this one streamed as well. We've had that Master Tier match there to start things off, Ethereal versus Anomaly. That was phenomenal. And following that with that silver match, lower scoring in that round, yet so competitive. We saw some phenomenal defense being played, some great saves, and then a few flourished finishes there, in particular from the side of Tihi. Although meanwhile, now I'm especially hyped for this one. Dimwee, Sir Dimwee is joining me on this cast now, because I've been saying it all season. This Diamond Division here has been something to behold as of late. I feel like some of the best matches this season have been produced in Diamond, because all these teams are right on the cusp of Master Tier, and they know it, and they're fighting for everything every single time around.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, because you look up in the Master Tier and you can kind of see still that kind of that skill disparity at the very, very top, but then as you go down the ladder, you find teams clumped in these really, really close rankings, and Diamond is right in one of those clumps there. So you have all these teams that are almost at identical skill levels, all battling it out for those 4 spots there to get into the Challenger Cup, to get into for a chance to get into Master Tier. And yeah, it has produced some of the best games we've seen all season, and not just that, not just Diamond. I mean, this goes all the way down the ladder. I have casted some bronze games that have blown my mind. I mean, things I'm not expecting, but but I can say that about bronze. If bronze is that good, that's how much. I mean, Diamond is at that next level. It's unreal, the games we've been seeing as these teams are readying up here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. For those not familiar, perhaps with VRML or Echo Arena, if you guys are interested at all in joining, VRML is free. For that matter, Echo Arena is free. Just search up Echo VR over on the Quest Store, as well as Oculus on the PC side of things. Right here, though, is Cyanide seeing some bright lights and now getting stunned, but now taking it back. It's Copenhagen, and they're going to get the first goal.
Yeah, just like that, right off of the joust, Copenhagen bringing that one in. I believe it was Cyanide who got the first touch on it there. That's why Cyanide has the assist, as Copenhagen had the second touch, brings it in for that too. Yeah, 9 seconds in, that Barrage is on the board. Also notable, I mean, Barrage, they made a name for themselves last season, and carry that reputation on into this one, as Glizzy Gobblers looking to make a name for themselves this season. As Neat handles this one in the near side trap, pulls that shield off, and now it's sent over all the way across. Paravel is able to pick that one up, looking to send it through mid, but now taking a bounce around there into the hands of Arbiter, who gets stunned out there and now sent back in towards that Barrage bubble.
All right, snagged up high. Copenhagen with a disc by that cloud. Passes it back out to Paravallo. Paravallo up to Cyanide. And Cyanide working that up the floor. The goal is covered by a couple defenders, so that's going to be tough, but maybe it's tougher from Copenhagen, and gets that up to the top, but not the stocking stuffer, because Scoot was actually stunned out by Arbiter.
And now Champion sending this one all the way up. A Paravolo is going to get there to grab that one. Also, I have to comment. Paravolo, I played on a for fun team with him in the off season. And oh no, I'll stop there. Cyanide bringing it in, hits it. 1v3. He comes in and scores that too. There, Barrage is now up by 4. Unreal.
And Cyanide, one of the longest time players and veterans here that you'll see. There's still a lot of us left from those 2017 days, those PC beta days, but it's been beta days ahead ever since then, because so many new faces and new players, again, here in VR Master League, where we've gone in just a span of a year from 30 to 40 teams about 13, 14 months ago. Guess what? We're at well over 300 teams now, with thousands of players in this league.
Well over.
With the flexible scheduling and the matchmaking system with a ladder, you can splatter that shot just like Paravolo at every level and have these fantastic matches. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, that right there. Paravolo bringing that one in. This is what it's all about. I mean, unreal. That's going to be a 7-point lead here for Barrage, as it's going to be Glizzy Gobblers once again with his joust advantage, but Barrage just so strong here in this Diamond Division. It was a good pass there. It gets right by that attacking defense. Neat setting this one up to Arbiter. Arbiter going back to Wilsoft, on the back line there. Wilsoft sending this one across. Looking to get it to Arbiter. Does. Arbiter now bringing it in. Does hit the intended target there. But a good disruption. It was Neat. Neat is going to recover that one there. A couple stuns coming out just outside of the bubble. But Neat going to go ahead and send this one back on a reset for Wilsoft on the back line. Wilsoft quickly sending it back in, though. Not skipping a beat. Neat going behind the goal as Champion gets stunned out there by Copenhagen with the slap.
Yeah, no, a lot of stuns in return. This is still going to enable Wills to take it back over to the shoulder. Backboard, they go for that play once again. Ooh. Now, that time, Champion wasn't quite as covered. They just couldn't recover on the pass. This time will be, but look at the adjustments being made as Neat goes down the left lane. I like that because, they did go to that well a few times, didn't we? But then when they needed to adjust that third time around, they adjusted and Neat just walked it in.
You saw the goalie was anticipating getting stunned out as well. Goalie throws his shield up right before that shot comes in, and that's what gives that shot the time and space to get in at the feet of the goalie in that bottom corner pocket. So that does put Glizzy Gobblers on the board here for the first time in this first round. Still down by 5, but when you break the ice like that, that can start pushing that momentum in your favor. Copenhagen moving in on the bubble, though he gets stunned out trying to send that cross pass across to the teammate Cyanide, but picked up there. What a shot by Scoot to get that one in off of the shoulder. Good for the 2, and they're back up by 7.
Leaving the defender in absolute dismay. Dimwee, that was a great little anchor. Maybe even just putting a halt to any potential momentum that Glizzy Gobblers were hoping to get. Still a lot of time, but this has turned into a pretty high-scoring affair already. Just a few minutes expended into the round.
And now this one getting sent up. Ooh, good cross pass over there to Arbiter from Neat. They're coming at 2-on-1. That defender returning. Oh, the shot. Oh, I don't know. How did that? Hold on. I got to watch this back on the what a set. Oh, my goodness. My angle was not good for that. Yours was phenomenal. What a setup there, Arbiter to Neat. Beautiful.
Dimwee having to do a double take there and took out the replay because that was indeed a play for the ages. You gotta love that. Showing anytime you get those cross passes, I was talking about that chemistry, those passes with the teammates. That's fundamental Echo Arena, and yet it's so visually satisfying to see those executed like that, especially in that tight range near the goalie.
Oh, and it always makes you want to do better as a camera. Oh, that shot there, a little bit wide of the goal. It's going to be picked up by Copenhagen. But just to finish that thought, it makes you want to do better as a cameraman because you want to be able to track cleanly and get those close up when they get those moves like that, as you did on that last goal. Because when you don't get that detail, some of that detail just gets lost in the fray. And so when you can pick that up on those camera angles, you can really show off the dexterity, the specifics, the minuscule stuff happening that makes massive differences as Champion stuns out Copenhagen on the far side, sending this one across. A good scoop there from Neat.
Yeah, recovered there nicely by Arbiter. Arbiter softly back to Neat. Neat to the midline. I love this control, and this was a theme earlier on, right, where we say for these teams, at the higher levels you go, backboard play, they're gonna go for the goal, and Paravolo says Paraval no, sends that left lane on the clear. What a save. I love the patience, but putting a stop to it off the defense, and now maybe some offense as well. It goes in. Scoot getting it done. That was just a barrage, and put it in your next montage.
Goalie was able to set up for that shot, but it was just in time, and that can be one of those things where you get in position, you see the shot coming, but because you're scrambling to get in that spot, your brain is still kind of in that flurry mode, and it can actually slow your reaction time down a little bit, which maybe allowed for that space to get in underneath the hand there in that bottom corner. But still within 7 as Glizzy Gobblers are not out of this round just yet. Still over 3 minutes to go as this one gets sent all the way in. But Paravolo on the back line, they're able to pick that one up and clear it out through that near side tube to the near side tube, bouncing right back towards their bubble. But a good chain there. Paravolo's going to pick it up, looking to send this one. Oh, I have never seen a reset on a dribble like that before, ever.
New meta?
Interesting tactic. I like it. I
love it.
Ooh, opportunity.
Opportunity to Cyanide. And, didn't we saw this earlier, because I mentioned how you and I, we streamed Barrage towards the end of Cycle 1, so just a couple weekends ago, right before the end of Cycle 1, and they were already showing off some of that. Now, I also actually streamed Barrage yesterday. I got a good look at them and casted them. Same things. This is, I think, even compared to master teams out there, I think Barrage's execution on some of these dribbles are among the most impressive that I have seen when they go for it.
No, I mean, really, they're a very impressive team as they have another opportunity here. Cyanide going over to Scoot. Shut up.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
No, Tihi.
I'm offended.
Tihi was last round.
That goal was so... I don't even know what word to use to describe that. The way he jukes around 2 players on the nest and then gets it by the goalie with the anchor shot for the 3. Like, what even is that?
It was a boot scooting boogie, I think you can call it. But that was absolutely... It was physical. It was flashy. And they finished off of it as well. They're up 16-4. That is a big, big margin.
A very big margin here. That's a difference of 12 points as I need to take a math class. But yeah, a minute and a half to go here. Copenhagen with it. They're looking to push that score even higher to make sure there's no chances. Ooh, the pass of Cyanide a little bit too far ahead. Wolfsoff is able to get that one scooped up. Sends it through that near side tube. It's going to go all the way down towards the bubble. Chain overshoots it as it took that bounce off of that near side block. Cyanide able to recover this one. Looking to send in the shot. Does take the shot. And he's going to hit it. From that angle, from 12 meters out, 12 meters a second, that's 1 second shot. Doesn't mean anything, but I like to point it out. They're back within 9 here, but just about a minute to go.
And kind of unusual, honestly, to see the goal open for that long. You saw the stack trying to get the disc back for Glizzy Gobblers, and they eventually did, but they overshot the initial one, so usually... with those cases, you never see the goal open for more than a couple seconds at this level. The few times that you do per match is usually because of some very strong arm brawls from one of the teams in the midfield or the back line. So had to be a factor, and definitely Barrage, they have came to play today. Glizzy just trying to find a little bit of rhythm to end this round, maybe on the defense with Will in the goal. Let's see, will it go? No, off the bounce.
Oh, and almost recovering it there. Right in front of the goal, but this one does ultimately get sent out. It will be picked up by Paravolo. I really thought Neat was going to get that grab. But Perry going to send that one over to Scoot. Scoot now just going to let this clock run, maybe look for one more pass in there as he pulls that defender out. Does take, I believe that was a setup for Copenhagen, who was set up above the goal. This one down into the bubble. No way is that going in. Oh, that was close. Now to the near side wall. They do get there. Blue player with it. Setting it. Wow. Champion's going to hit that one for the 2 to end the round. It's not enough to take the round, but what a way to stamp that exclamation point on the end there to bring that lead back down to 7 as the round ends. That's the kind of thing, especially when it's right at that moment. It feels like a buzzer beater, even though it might not have a greater effect on the game. It can have a really big effect on your mental game and kind of allow you to you use that momentum. That's momentum right there. That is momentum, and they can use that to push it forward.
No, absolutely. That is exactly what they needed to do to end the round. Anytime you get those last goals, it's enough to at least kind of satisfy that nagging feeling in the back of your mind when you struggle offensively for a large part of that round. And again, a lot of it because of the defense, for sure. But just being able to finish the right way means the next time you start up again, you're going to at least have that in your mind where you feel like, okay, we saw the disc, we saw it go through the goal. We're a little bit more at ease. We can calm, we can breathe. The score is 0-0 now in the next round. So no need to worry. We know how we need to execute. And they did. So good news for them. And the stats here, By the way, as we bring him up, want to shout out IgniteVR.gg. Ignite, one of the longest established teams and organizations here in Echo VR since 2017. And they are absolutely amazing, helping us pull these stats, show it off for you guys on the streams, make it look pretty, and make the lives of our casting team all the easier.
And I gotta say, just about Ignite's their roster, I say, is more reliable than the Stars, because they have been they've been together for a long time. They're also some of the greatest dudes in the community. But also, I gotta point out, as with this timeout between these rounds, as they do get, it looks like they have unpaused now. But Draco, okay, yeah, fair enough. Draco Mako is in for Arbiter. So Arbiter has been swapped out for Draco Mako. So they looks like Glizzy Gobbler is going to go with a substitution here. Maybe going to be the change they need. Although, as you pointed out, they made the adjustments and they were putting points on the board. Barrage, while they did get quite ahead, they never, that 7-point difference was kind of consistent. Once they hit that 7-point lead, that 7-point lead kind of stayed consistent. And, if you actually measure from that point on, you'll probably find a much more even game than the score at the end of the round. I can't believe I forgot the word score in that moment. Wow.
Well, maybe it's just been a long night. 4 score and 2 hours ago we started this stream, and it's been fun, if not a little frantic and chaotic, but you know what? We like that. We embrace that sometimes. And ending it, though, the right way with these 2 diamond teams and seeing how they perform now with, as you mentioned, a little bit of a different look to the roster. Round 2 about to start.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to see how Draco Mako will perform in this. I'm pretty sure I've played with Draco Mako at some point, because that name is awfully familiar. As they're going to come out, that will be a headbutt there from Barrage, sending that one right in the bubble. The chain is right nearby, but they weren't able to get the grab. A couple stuns coming out. Draco Mako does send that one out, but right there in the hands of Paravolo. Perry going to send this one in to Cyanide, who will also get stunned out. But all right, so it's actually 0-0 in this tennis match right now. Paravolo sending this one, serving this one up to Copenhagen. Oh, and the spike there from Perry, but Draco Mako with the recovery, with the bump, sending this one all the way down. It's going to be a race for it. Who's going to get here first? That's a good lead share. Oh, a headbutt. Very interesting, as Champion's going to pick this one up, looking for a shot there. No, he's going to send this one in. Neat. They're going to hit it. They get the first goal of round 2. Glizzy Gobbler's on the board.
You're right, Dimwee. Kind of a tennis match, and it must be because I love it. Scoring the first 2 points, Glizzy. And see, you end the round the right way, round 1 with a score. It helps you. It really, really does. It helps you start the right way coming round 2. So that is some great news for Glizzy, and now they are blitzing here on the stacks for Barrage. A little bit of a mishandle, but the defense not really there to contest.
No, Copenhagen getting that one back. He tried to send it out. It bounced around. He got it back. Does get that one out to Paravolo. And Paravolo, of his class, of that what we call the Questy class of players, the players who started in that beta, Paravolo was one of those standout players. That I remember noticing him, and that's why I picked him for my team and that for fun team and that off-season thing. As Copenhagen sending this one to Paravolo. Paravolo didn't like the lane, sends this one to Cyanide. He brings this in off of the head, and he sends it in for the 2 to tie it up.
Wow, well, what a way to tie it. I'm sure Wills isn't quite as happy and enthused, but they still will be glad for Barrage to answer back, and that's all they needed to do.
I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I just I wish there was a camera on me in that moment, because I leaned back and yelled. That was felt like a nomadic warrior, on the battlefield. Because that was such a great goal there. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're a king, Dimwee, a Viking for that matter. But right now these teams are vying for control and definitely trying to feel some of that same kind of excitement here in the air. Definitely, the adrenaline's pumping. These teams are sweating right now, trying to converge on the goal. What a pass! Oh, but a save! Paravolov does it yet again!
Yeah, this one's sent out. Paravolov going to pick up his own clear out. Now moving on the bubble, though, they're not in a good strategic situation. So some passing here to open up those lanes, because Paravolo, he noticed that the defense was a little too clumped. The offense wasn't in a good position. That send in there was not on. That was an intended pass. And this one now back into the Barrage zone. This one all the way down. No clean chains getting away. This one's still loose. Champion got close, but Scoot with a good leech and a good stun, able to pick that one up. Now sending it to that near side too, where Copenhagen will pick it up. Copenhagen sending this one through, trying to send it up. He was looking for Cyanide there. A couple boosts coming in. Wilsuf getting that one and sending it out, but now in the hands of Cyanide. Cyanide sending this one in, gonna look for Scoot. A little bit too high, now bouncing out of the floor. Paravello gets a hand on it, but not before he gets stunned out. Draco Mako gonna send that one out on the clear.
And off into the races once more. Getting there first was Barrage, but getting there right in the split second after. And happily ever after, it's Champion into the goal.
I was not expecting that to go in.
Then you don't know Champion, because
yeah, right?
the amount of times I've seen Champion
it.
hit some silly shots in the best of ways, I can't even be surprised, only impressed.
Just wow, 33 meters on a bank shot there. But Paravello going to handle this one for Barrage here as Glizzy Gobbler's currently up by 3 in the second round. Very different second round. I mean, we pointed it out.
Yeah.
We pointed it out. They made those adjustments in that last round, and they made that substitution. So maybe they found the right combination of strategy and players to play against this Barrage team, a very strong team in their own right. Is Copenhagen sending this one in? What a setup! Are you kidding me? Paravello, past the no look. That's a 360 no scope. Go home. Go home.
Answering the call of duty with that. That was amazing. Copenhagen, first of all, great pass, but then Paravello just decides to add a little bit of fire before they get that step into the goal. What a move.
What a move indeed. Quick pass here to Neat on the near side tube. Glizzy Gobbler still in the lead by 1, but they're looking for those goals. You see, Champion holds on for just a moment too long. Draco Mako going to get stunned out there at the nest, and a reset there to Paravello in the goal. Perry going to send this one out through that far side tube. It's going to get all the way down there in the hands of Wilsuf, and Wilsuf going to send this one back in. So Glizzy back in possession here. Neat with it. Neat going to send this one across just out of reach of the intended target. That was Draco Mako. This one bouncing around. Paravello going to pick it up. Perry going to look to send this one out. They're dribbling after it. They're chaining after it, excuse me. Now in the hands of Copenhagen, the Joker train, only for a moment, for an anchor shot in motion.
And you know what? That train, call it locomotion, because it is crazy when it's moving like that. Dimwee, they are doing some things that we do not see from many other teams at any division.
True. No, yeah, this same team was the one that did the dribble reset to themselves. Oh, and that's a turnover right there. Possibly Scoot picks it up. Goal is open, but a good stun off of the head. Scoot trying to get back, but Wilson. That's off of a teammate's head. This one bouncing around, going to be in the hands of Wilson. Wilson going off of the wall here, going to bank this one into that near side trap. Cyanide trying to pick it up, does get the hand on it. Oh, but a good disruption there by Champion, but a better recovery by Copenhagen. Copenhagen going to send this one to Paravello in the back line in that near side tube. Perry up to Copenhagen. Cope looking to send this one back. Nice disc movement here to keep away from that defense. That was masterfully executed. Cyanide, far side. Cyanide sending it across, trying to get it to Copenhagen. A little bit too low. Cope handles this one cleanly, though, on that near side wall. Cross pass there to Cyanide as that lane was open, and they go for the one more pass, and Scoot puts it in. They're up by 4.
And the pendulum, the reverse pendulum dunk at that. Did you see? Oh, man. Thing is, 2 points on that shot. 2 points on the 360 earlier, right? It was worth more 2 points in terms of the mentality. Those ones are gonna get their team even more hyped, and they are gonna get the other team quite deflated oftentimes. Just when those moves work, man, they are worth more than just what the 2 points on paper. So for Glizzy Gobblers, they're still in it, but they cannot give up too much rhythm, and they cannot give up another goal, or else that snowball could be a thing.
Now Paravello sending that one up to Scoot. Scoot sending this one out. They have a chain after it. That was some beautiful movement there. Although that defense gets back so fast, but they go for the Joker train, and they do bring that one in. At least I call that a half Joker train. They had half of the elements of the Joker train. They do bring that one in for the goal. They're up by 6 now. Just over 2.5 minutes ago. Glizzy, with that deficit. But they did show they can put points on the board rather quickly. So I'm curious to see if they're able to mount this comeback here.
And yeah, for those of our viewers who might not be familiar with Joker Train, well, its namesake, of course, Joker, a team in North America by the name of Joker. You might have heard of them. They're the 2-time champions here, back-to-back reigning supreme in VR Master League, and they have the namesake because that was something that them and only them were able to do and pulled off regularly back in the day. I know because I played against it and I saw it as it was developing, and years later, They have turned that kind of unconventional meta into their own meta, and now you see all of these teams starting to employ it, and that's just that's how it is. I mean, there's so many strategies, and just the development here of Echo, it's been amazing in that regard with all these namesakes and these interesting plays. And Barrage, they're looking to make their own name with some of these as well.
Ooh. Ambitious shot there from Champion, but a good pickup. Paravel sending that one out. And yeah, I have to say, one of the biggest pleasures in my life has been watching a game develop from the ground up. As bringing it in, neat. Oh, the stop! Paravollo is ridiculous, but a good grab there. Draco sending that one across. He was looking to get it to neat, I do believe. This one now down to the floor, trying to track it down as Champion. Looks like Champion. Oh, no, that's Chain. It's too quick. Copenhagen picking that one up, sending it up to the ceiling. I believe that was a misplay, but he gets it right back. Cope going to send this one up. Does get it to Paravollo. Paravollo doesn't have a lane, so he's going to start moving up here, pull that defense into the zone, and let his team set up. What a cross pass there to Cope. They're coming in on the goalie, 2-on-1. Oh, the anchor shot there on Wilsoff. He's not going to let that one happen. Closes the door on it. 1 minute to go here. Sending it over to Scoot. Anchor shot. That one off the post. Copenhagen bringing it in. Oh, sending that one back. I'm not sure what happened, but Scoot gets it. He's going to invert. Trying to get away from the defense now. Paravollo picking up, but he gets sent out. Good defense there from Glizzy to send this one out. That was Wilsoff getting this one sent out. It's going to be Race. Palador, who's getting there first? It will be Paravollo.
Yeah, Barrage, I mean, looked like Glizzy Gobblers, they had the angle, but they lose it. So this could be huge. They need to get this back. They need to score rather quickly off that anchor, but off the head. It's Paravollo denying one way or the other. Another grab here by Copenhagen off the stun and handing it off to Paravollo, who anchors and taps off the anchor for the clear.
Yeah, that one sent out the tube. Good pickup there by, I believe it was Wilsoff, but this one does get cleared back out. But that's it wasn't Wilsoff, because that was Wilsoff, but getting that one on the back line, sending it back in. And then Draco Mako getting stunned out, Champion getting stunned out, Disc still loose. Neat will get there. He gets stunned out by Copenhagen, and Copenhagen looking for the clear, does get it clear before he gets stunned out. Lots of stuns coming out here in the last 5 seconds as we count down to the end of this round. One more shot, one more goal. Paravollo with the exclamation point on that one. Barrage is going to win the game, taking round 2, 14-5.
And that was impressive, to say the least, from Barrage and Glizzy Gobblers. And now, Glizzy, they got off to a pretty good start to that round, as we recall, but then suddenly it's like Barrage was just able to turn it up a couple extra notches and take it away in the end. So what a series that was. That was fun.
Oh, that was, I mean, that was, Glizzy Gobblers came out in the second round and really put on a show for us. I mean, they really showed us what they're capable of. I'm gonna say watch out for this team, because this is their first season. Barrage is in their second season, and that can really, we like to talk about this a lot, maybe not so much lately because we used to talk about it so much more, is how important your team chemistry is, and being familiar with each other and having experience with each other and playing with each other. That over time, why do you think Joker is so good? Why do you think that team is so good? Because they've been playing together for how many years now? I mean, and that's why Ignite has maintained their position on the ladder this whole time. That's why Kang has maintained their position on the ladder for most of the time. They had that preseason, a little dip in the preseason, but otherwise they've been at the top consistently since ESL even. And so, yeah, it's just that is so important. But the fact that Glizzy Gobblers is in their first season and they play that well against a team like Barrage, who is in their second season. I mean, in Barrage with a player like Paravollo and Scoot and Cyanide and Copenhagen. I mean, these guys are really, really talented players. It says a lot for Glizzy Gobblers to come in here and take them on like this in their first season. I cannot wait to see where this team ends up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do like that mix. You mentioned, obviously, Paravollo coming in captain. I like the fact they also have Cyanide, adding Cyanide there to the roster, and having, again, an established player from those who also, like us, kind of saw the development of the meta, brick by brick, essentially, able to kind of add that extra element to their team. For both of these teams, though, they certainly impress. I'm glad to see, again, the Diamond matches. They are the ones to watch as much as anything else, because these are the teams of tomorrow, the teams of the future. We saw it as well earlier on. I know we opened up this venues event. We opened up with Anomaly facing off against Ethereal, right? And that went to 3 rounds, 3 tremendous rounds. It came down, and I mean, literally to the last 10th of a second. I mean, it was so close. And Anomaly, again, comparatively, one of those teams who have been working their way up the ladder. but they haven't had that. They haven't been the establishment. They're kind of new blood, but showing why they are where they are, why they earned their spot in Masters. You saw the same. Again, I mentioned yesterday in venues with the European venues event. We saw the same from Blank, who again disrupting the established players a little bit, going against the back-to-back European champions in Team Gravity. And although Gravity took that one in 2, the rounds were close. And then again, I know off of venues as well, earlier in the day, there was that cast with Aurora, who people are familiar with from venues last week in the Challenger Cup. New Master Team as well. And so I hear they also performed mighty fine against Synapse with its established players. This is really turning into just, one of those situations where it's hard to predict the future, except the fact that it's going to be competitive, and you may.
I just have to gush a little bit, just for a moment, about that Aurora Synapse game. Aurora, I mean, they won, but the first round went to overtime. Synapse took that overtime. Second round, overtime. Yeah. Aurora took that overtime, and then Aurora came out and just performed in that third round. It wasn't a steamroll at all. It was a really, really well fought game.
Yeah.
But they got up by 7, and Synapse was just not able to recover after that. It was such a good game. I mean, really, an amazing game. That team. I will say right now, I shouldn't do this on venues. I'm going to do it on venues. I will say right now, if that team. Should I
save Dimwee here? I'm going to save Dimwee.
I think they're going to get to the finals.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised with anything these days too much, because the moment you think you know what to expect is the moment that you get shaken up a little bit. That's been the case. That's always the case in these leagues and in sports, esports, and so on. Hey, you got a lot of hungry players, and as I bring it back to talking about Barrage and Glizzy Gobblers, you got a lot of really hungry players in the Diamond Division who are looking to make it to the next Challenger Cup, and they're looking to claim their spots there in the Master Division, the top 10 in a league of hundreds. So
I can see both these teams make it to the next Challenger Cup for sure.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to whatever the future may hold. That said, everyone who joined us here today on venues, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Gaming, and on Twitch, we thank you very much for doing so. Thank you to the teams, Anomaly and Ethereal, Tihi and Astro, and of course, Barrage and Glizzy Gobblers for joining. Thank you to our sponsors, of course, in HyperX, casting here, you can see here on my Quadcast S from HyperX. We also have Assyrian Products, and returning sponsors in Pro2 VR and VR Cover, VRware.net, Fixed Gaming, and Rebuff Reality. I mean, this is all growing season by season, and we're happy to have all of you here to kind of be a part of it with us and in this community-run league. Thank you to our great moderators, of course, and Wit, Dano, McFabulous, Sir Dimwee, who's casting here with me, Burnsy, Nada, Alakos, T-Wolfo, and Punda, as well as our new moderators, Captain Wigglepants, Arrow Knight, and Akeka Hagashi from the increasingly developing Japanese region over there, currently part of OCE, but I expect that may change in the future as they are kind of exploding. So with that, thank you to Ignite for our stats, and Sir Dimwee, before we sign off one final time, anything left you want to get out there?
Play Echo Arena. Go download it right now. It's a discovery. It's awesome. Echo VR. Hit the flat button on your right controller. Hold that one up. Just press it. You don't have to hold it. Just press it. It'll pull up the menu. Search up Echo VR. Download it. Hop in. You will never forget your first day in Echo Arena. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. That button right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Palador, that's been Sir Dimwee. Thank you to so much for Subtlety for camming earlier on, and Doc Education for joining me as well. It's been great. So you guys at home, all of you, be happy, healthy, safe, and of course, as ever always, be good to each other. And from VRML, we will see you again really soon. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.